Maybe we can just start with some quick responses to what you felt when you watched the films, and especially, from Gomala to Bhed Chal, what were the similarities or what were the differences, if any, and the feelings that they evoked in you?
నేను 20 ఏళ్ళంక గొర్రెలు మేపుతాండాను. గోమాల అంటే ఓ తెల్లి మాదిరిగా ఉంది. ఆ తెల్లి మాదిరిగా ఉండే గోమాలని వానలు పడితే గోమాల మేపుతాము. లేకుంటే చేనులు ఇంటికి పోతే మా చేనులాకి రావద్దండ, అక్కడ పోండా ఇక్కడ పోండా అని ధరిమేస్తారు. గోమాలనే మేపల్ల గొర్రెలు. గోమాల మేపితే చెట్లు గుట్లు అన్నీ మనకు అనుకూలము. అనుకూలం ఉన్నప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తామంటే గోమాల చెట్లు పరకులు కొసువు అంతా మనకి ఆధిక్యమే ఉంటుంది. ఆధిక్యం ఉన్నప్పుడు మనకి అవే మేపల్లా అవే పౌద్దానం చేయాలని మనకి అనిపిస్తుంది. అనిపించినప్పుడు ఇంకా రొంత మేపుదాము, ఇంకా తిరుగుదాము, అడవంతా తిరుగుదాము మేపుదాము అనే కాయసు ఉంటుంది మనకి. ఆ కాయసు ఉన్నప్పుడు ఉగురే పోతే మా చేనులాకి రావద్దంట అంటారు. గోవులకే పోవాల మేపల్ల అని చేస్తాము. మీకు అది చూసి ఏమనిపిస్తూ ఉంది? గోమాలనే మేపల్ల అనిపిస్తూ ఉంది అంటే మేము కోరుకుంటాండాము.
So she was expressing emotional thoughts that she got after watching the movies. So she's explaining that we were continuously being asked not to graze in the farmers' lands these days. So everyone wants to have a commercial crops. Everyone uses fertilizers, and they have no place to go and graze their animals. Being a shepherd, so she says, by looking at this movie, I'm so inspired that I want to tell my family and children to continue the grazing. And the Gomalas are extremely important to pass the culture and the tradition. And I'm so touched to watch the film and looking at how they are trying to protect the surroundings, and how they are trying to make us understand that these are extremely important. So that's how she expressed. Thank you.
Mahesh, if you could respond.
Basically, I live very close to a Gomala, so I've lived for 25 years. So I see shepherds are part of my friends, my neighbors. The I've also seen a lot of the Deccan Plateau nomadic pastoralists. Now the problem is that when went there, when we started living in Hesalgata, near Hesalgata, uh, 25 years ago, the land, there were no barriers, you know. For miles together, kilometers together, you could see and just walk across. The local people knew where their lands began and ended, but it really didn't matter. But now it's all fenced up. Large portions, 2 acres, 4 acres, people have bought. Land has become real estate. So it's becoming square foot. So that is the biggest problem that is happening now. The very sad that every time a fence comes up, a concrete fence, I kind of become very sad, and because they just become barriers. Nothing can go in or out. Forget grazing. So that's the thought. That is because what I saw in the film, it's a daily what I see every day. Morning to evening. So that's but these barriers that are coming up, in the name of development is a big problem. My second thing is that how can we take these films to a wider public? Because I think forums like this becomes preaching to the choir. How do you take it out to a larger consciousness is a question. Is ಸೊ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಗೋಮಾಳದ ಪಕ್ಕನೇ ಇರೋದು 25 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕುರಿಗಾರರು ಕುರುಬರು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕದವರು ಅದು ಹಳ್ಳಿ ನನ್ನೊಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ನಾವು ಇರೋ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಬೀರನ್ಪಾಳ್ಯ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕುರುಬರೇ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದಿನ ದನ ಮೇಯಿಸೋರು ಕುರಿ ಮೇಯಿಸೋರು ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನೆಲೆಸಿದಾಗ 25 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಬೇಲಿನೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ. ಕೆಲವರು ಮುಳ್ತಂತಿ ಬೇಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಆದರೆ ಇವಾಗ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಗೋಡೆಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇವೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಆಚೆ ಬರಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಈಚೆ ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಆ 25 ವೆರೈಟಿ ಹುಲ್ಲು ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದು ವೆರೈಟಿ ಹುಲ್ಲು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಬೇಸರದ ಸಂಗತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಹಾಲ್ ಕೂತಿರೋ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಈ ಗೋಮಾಳಗಳ ಅಥವಾ ಪರಿಸರದ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಗೆ ತಲುಪಿಸೋದು, ಆ ಪರಿಸರದ ಕಾಳಜಿ ಇಲ್ಲದವರಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ತಲುಪಿಸೋದು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನುವ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
I would like to come to Vishnu and Dr. Rajkamal. If you could speak a bit about the importance of commons, especially as it also relates to urban centers, because sometimes we don't think of it um, as a they have their own inherent value in the ecosystem, but also I guess if we want to save something, sometimes we also need to understand our relationship with it, which is not always evident unless you're probably living next to it or so if you could just speak a bit about that.
So people say unless we lose something, we will not know the importance. So I'm taking myself as an example. While I was a child, I enjoyed myself in the village, and then suddenly for education and to learn things, I moved to the city. Then after growing up, I kept visiting my village. Then I understood the importance. So now I'm fearing that my future generation, which is either my kid or my children or next generation, they will not be able to enjoy the things that we enjoyed as a children, being a small fruit that we enjoyed in the commons that we found, or walking with the sheep or walking with the cows, where my grandfather was a farmer and he was also a shepherd, where he was taking sheep and cows for grazing in the commons. And now I don't see anything. So due to encroachment, in the blink of an eye, hectares and hectares are being swallowed by these big people, even in the villages. So forget about the cities where rapid economy is growing, but even in the small villages, so they call it as Bangalore people. The reason is the big folks who are living in the city, they're attacking one village after the other, and they're buying the lands and they're starting their commercial industry, being it a small chicken farm or anything, they are being commercialized. So even the government lands, we call it as commons, are being they are in danger because a lot of encroachment is happening. So I don't see. I thought that there is no future, but looking at all your faces now, I have a bit of hope that at least few of us have come forward and we have taken an initiative to do something and protect something and pass on to our next generation. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Vishnu. Thank you for having me here. It's a big pleasure. The movies were great. I really enjoyed Bher Chal because it gave a wider expanse of what we are seeing happening in a much shorter space and time in the Gomalas of Bagapalli. Um, and even like gods are becoming. So one thing which struck me while I was watching Bhedchal, that they're very strong institution around the herders and their life around the herding communities. But even something as powerful as a religion or a god is probably not able to rescue them even in today's time, which is really sad. The thing about commons is, if like Vishnu told, I totally agree with him. If we just go back to our childhoods, and if we try to recollect some of the best memories we have, it's all connected to some commons or the other. So the way we go for playing in the ground, uh, or when we go for picnics with our friends and families, or when we just want to swim in the nearby pond, or we want to go fishing in the river. Everything that is something that nice about our lives, about our memories, is all connected with this commons. And change is tragic, but I also see a lot of hope because of forums like this, because of a lot of things happening around commons. So youths like Vishnu, who within their lifetimes are realizing this importance of commons, uh, are coming forward and trying to do something. So while things are changing, it's the demand of the time. As you saw in the Bhedchal movie, I always remain hopeful that something good is going to come out very soon, and people will realize that commons are after all important. For us, commons are also important because in such systems where people are able to eke out a livelihood, educate their kids, take care of their expenses, even during the cash economy. The same system of Gomalas also have excellent amount of biodiversity, be it birds, mammals, reptiles. You heard about the number of grasses that the sheep feed. All these are part of biodiversity. So, uh, for for all of us, we are not disconnected with the Gomalas, is what I would like to say. And if we care about our memories, if we care about our childhood, if we care about the future generation, we must have to think much more about the Gomalas. And that's what I hope forums like this will enable us to do also.
To translate both of our conversation into Kannada, um, ನಾವು ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾವು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದಾಗ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕವೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ನಾವು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಶೀಪ್ ಜೊತೆ ಆಗಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಸುಗಳಾಗಲಿ, ಕುರಿಗಳಾಗಲಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಫ್ರೂಟು ಕಾಮನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಾಮನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಕಡೆ ಓಡಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ತಿನ್ನೋದಾಗಲಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಲಿ. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಕಾಣ್ತಿರ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ತುಂಬ ಜನ, ಕೆಲವರು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಥರ ಇರೋರು ಕೆಲವರು ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹೊಸದು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ ಇದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ, ರೂಮ್ ಫುಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೋಪ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಮನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Abhishek, I would like to ask you at this point to weigh in based on your work in ecology and conservation, and what do you see the space for commons, and how do you see it in your work? If you could just speak about that.
I would begin with commenting about the three movies itself and how I felt about it. Starting from the herd walk, yeah, it brings in a lot of sadness because you see what we are losing. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಮ್, ಆ, ಬರೀ ಪರಿಸರನ ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಕೊನೆ ಫಿಲಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಕೂಡ. ಅವರು ನೀಲಕಂಠ ಗೌಡರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಜೀವನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಅವರು ಆ ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕುರಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ನಡೆದಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಜ್ಞಾನ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೂಸಿಂಗ್, ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಲೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಡಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಡ್ನೆಸ್. And then we go back to the Ved. which is very hard hitting because we can really see where we are heading, what we are heading towards, which is scary. And then coming back to the A3 film, somewhere it gives hopes that okay, people are doing something in small pockets. ಸೊ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೂರು ಫಿಲ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಒಂದು ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ನಾವು ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯೂಚರು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಸಣ್ಣ ಹೋಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಕಡೆ ಭಾರತ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ವೈಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಜನಗಳು ತುಂಬ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಪರಿಸರನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ನ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ನು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ forums like this are important to bring to the people of diverse backgrounds, especially if we see the people sitting here itself are from varied background. But you mentioned, we need to do a lot more to conserve what we have. Um, like apart from doing it, I mean, like one of the works that if I have to share my experience, sometimes we need to find those opportunities to scale up. ಆ, ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ನನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಎನ್ ಜಿ ಒನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ 6,000 ಲೈಬ್ರರೀಸ್ ಇದೆ, ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್, ಗ್ರಾಮ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರೀಸ್. ಆ ಲೈಬ್ರರೀಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಪರಿಸರ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ಸೊ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆ ಥರ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಹುಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಹೌ people are not separate from nature conservation. We have to work together.
Thank you. Shalini and Dinesh, you were involved in the making of Bhed Jal. So maybe if you could also elaborate on what prompted you to make a film like Bhed Jal.
So we were working with shepherds earlier. As a technological people, like we wanted to see like how technology can reach these communities as well, and so that's how we had started. But during during the journey, we learned like their livelihoods, their life, how they lead, and the struggles that they were facing, like during uh, like the Gomalas are not there, like she's shrinking. They were not allowed to graze in the forests. All the lands are going off, and still, and they were like, they are the ignored people still. Like the herders are mostly ignored people, although they are we felt like they are the richest people in the sort, but like they are the ignored people and nobody cares about them. So like every lands, everything, it was taken for development needs. So that's how it had prompted us like to uh, uh, shoot the film. But like it was, but like when we approached for funding, that's what I remember from the film crew. Like, what are the problems of the shepherds? We want to see the problems. Like, if you want to fund you, like, what are the problems? So, but like the life itself is like that. Like you have to like understand like what's the life of the herders. Just so that's what we try to do with this film, not to like focus on one particular thing, but like as a whole of a herders, like overall herders. That's what we had like as a technological people. We have seen like how in Chalkere area the Kavalu had taken up by the major DIDOs and all these high people, and we have seen we are losing in the court. Although we had evidence of like the area of like grazing and everything, but we like simply lost to them. Like we couldn't do anything to save the Kavalu. So these are all the things that brought us like, I mean, such documents should exist for the people to like see like these kind of people exist. So like this is somewhere it will be that. That's what the shepherds are also very happy. Like okay, like we have something like to show for our future generation, for the people. Like our life exists. That's
Yeah, thanks for bringing DRDO I think it's very important to see, like, it's not just random people who are acquiring land and getting the grasslands and all that. It's the major institutes who get like huge amounts of land and compound it first, so that there is no stop. Suddenly, there is no grazing, you know, and that's mind-boggling. So, yeah.
To help translate in Kannada. ಅವರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮುಂಚೆ ಶೆಫರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಇವರು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆವಾಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ, ಕಾಮನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಶೀಪ್ ಜೊತೆ ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮೇಯ್ಸೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಜೀವನ ಸಾಗಿಸೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜರ್ನಿ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು ಅವ್ರ ಜೀವನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಮತ್ತು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ಡ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಥರ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಯಾರೂ ಕೇರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ವಂತ ಜೀವನ ಅವರೇ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅವರು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಜೀವನ ಸಾಗಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಆವಾಗ ನಾವು ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಳ್ಳಕೆರೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಆ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರು ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮೂವಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೂ ತುಂಬ ಸೊ ಕುರಿ ಮೇಯಿಸೋರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗಾಗಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗಾಗಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ತೋರ್ಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಈ ಮೂವಿ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ತುಂಬ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷಪಟ್ಟರು. ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆಂದರೆ, ಈ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಮನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ, ಗೋಮಾಲ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಚಿಕ್ಕದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಏನೂ ತಗೊತಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳಾಗಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಇವರೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕವರೆಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಮನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೇಂಜರಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Would anybody from the audience like to respond to the films or ask some questions? Can we have the lights on?
ಸೊ ಈ ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ ಅಳುವು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂಥರ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಾನು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎ ಶೆಪರ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ವೆನ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ಹುಡ್ ಟು ಟಿಲ್ ಕ್ರಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUC. ಆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUC ಮುಗಿಸಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಬಂದೆ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ MNCs ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಐ ಗಾನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ವಿಲೇಜ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಏನಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಹೋದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಜೀವನ ಸಾಕಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಸೊ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ದ ವೇ ಇಸ್ ಇದು ಇರೋ ರೀತಿ ನನಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಅನ್ನೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸರ ಅನ್ನೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ಹುಡಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪೀಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಸೊ 14% ಇದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಈ ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ನನಗೆ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ, ಹೊಸ ಪುನಃ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಮೊದಲು ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂಥರ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ತುಂಬ ಗ್ರೀನಿ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗಾನ ಹೋಗಿ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು. ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟು ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, ಮುಳ್ತಂತಿ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ನೀನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು, ಯುವರ್ ಬೌಂಡ್ರಿ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬೌಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಶೆಪರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆನಿ ಶೆಪರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದೋಸ್ ಹೂ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ even the single feet of the land in out their villages, even my villages also. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಶೆಪರ್ಡ್ಸು ಭೂಮಿ ಇರೋರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮೇಲೆ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ ಇರೋರು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಭೂಮಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ಬಟ್ ಶೀಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ. ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ನ ಪೂರ್ ಆಗಿರೋರ್ನ ಪೂರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಕ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಸ್ and they are really very suffering from everyday time. Like they were having, when I was in childhood, they were having 100,000 kind of sheep and goats and all, but it reduced around now it's 30, 40, even 10 ಆ ಥರ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಏನಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಂದರೆ, ಮೊದಲು ಈ ಕುರಿ ಮೇಯಿಸೋರಿಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಡಬಲ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು. ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಅವ್ರು ಮೇಕೆ ಮೇಯಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ 2 ಮರಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ 3 ಮರಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇಕೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು, ಇವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಕುರಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಬಂದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಮೇಕೆ ಮೇಯಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಇತ್ತು, ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟೇಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಗಿಡಗಳು, ಸಸಿಗಳು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದವು. ಸೊ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಓಡಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಆ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನಂತೀರ ಹ್ಯಾಬಿಟೇಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಹುಲ್ಲು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ. ಆ ಮರಿಗಳಿಂದ ಓಡಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಕುರಿಗಳು ಮೇಕೆಗಳಿಂದ ಓಡಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾರಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಓಡಾಡೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕುರಿಗಳು ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು. ಆ ಕುರಿಗಳು ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಓಡಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಬೌಂಡ್ರೀಸ್, ಎನ್ಕ್ರೋಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಎನ್ಕ್ರೋಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಫೆಲ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೇಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಎಂಟರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಶೆಪರ್ಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ. Better we'll go from here and we'll do some of the works from Bangalore. Either it may be watchman work, either it may be some of the delivery boy, like that. Most of the people in my village, they shifted to from village to Bangalore. It's because of they don't have an income. They can't able to survive their life in that particular village. So even today I am challenging that if ಯಾರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲಿದ್ದ ಗೋಮಾಳ ಮತ್ತೆ ಖರಾಬ್, ಈವನ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಥ್ರೆಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಇನ್ನೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವೇರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ಹುಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಮೆನಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್, ತುಂಬ ಥರವಾದ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ನೋಡಿದೆ. ಕರಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಮೊಲಗಳಂತೆ, ಜಿಂಕೆಗಳಂತೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಪ್ಯಾಂಗೋಲಿಯನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಸೀನ್. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಊರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 300 ಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ 400 ಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಆ ಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗಿಂದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ January 5th ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಆ ಫೋಟೋ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ January 11th ಒಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಮುಕ್ಕಾಲು ಭಾಗ ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ 90% ಆಫ್ ದ ಹಿಲ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗಾನ್. ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೆಪರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಸೀಸ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೇ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ನನ್ಗೇನು ಅನ್ಸತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಇರೋ ಮನೆ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅವು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ತಿಂದಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಉಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ತಿನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಊರಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಒಂಥರ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಒಳಗಡೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫುಡ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಊರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಫುಡ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಟು ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಯಾ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ಐ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇಟ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
You have this. Friends. Anybody else?
Would any of you like to respond to this?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಭಾಳ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದವರು, ಕುರಿ ಮೇಯಿಸಿದವರು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಯಾವ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ವಿಷಯ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ದು. ಕಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್, ನನಗೆ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಕೇರ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರೀ ಸ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಗೋಮಾಲ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆ್ಯರಿಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಅದು ರಿಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗಿ ಗಿಡ ನಡಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಭಯ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಈ ಫಿಲ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದೆ, ಎರಡನೇದಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೊಂಗೆ. ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರೋಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಹೊಂಗೆ. ಹೊಂಗೆ ಇಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಟ್ರೀ, ಭಾಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮರ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದರ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರ ಹೂ ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಜೇನುನೊಣ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ನೋ ಡೌಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಅದು ಅದರಾಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೊಂಗೆ ಈಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಹಾರ್ಡಿ ಟ್ರೀ, ಇಟ್ ಗ್ರೋಸ್ ಬೈ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಆದರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ಹುಲ್ಲು ಬೆಳೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೊಂದು ತುಂಬ ಡೇಂಜರ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಡೆಕ್ಕನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟು ಪ್ರಸ್ಥಭೂಮಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರುಘಟ್ಟ, ಬಾಗೇಪಲ್ಲಿ, ಚಿಕ್ಕಬಳ್ಳಾಪುರ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ನ ಕಲ್ಲು ಭರಿತ ನೆಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಮರಗಿಡಗಳನ್ನೇ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ದೋಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆರ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗ್ಲಾಡ್ ದಟ್ ಐಟ್ರಿ ಇಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್. ಅದೊಂದು. ಎರಡನೇ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಡೆಕ್ಕನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟೂವಿನ ಪ್ಯಾಸ್ಟೋರಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ವೈಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಜೊತೆ ಭಾಳ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇದೆ. ಏನಾಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿನ ಕುರಿಗಾರರು ತೋಳ ಇಸ್ ದ ಏಪೆಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಡೇಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾ. ತಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. ಅವನ ನಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮ ರೀ ಅಂತ. ಯಾವಂದ್ರೆ ದ ದ wolf is a brother, you know, and wolf has the same share. He has a share. They have a share in the flock. So if a wolf takes a sheep in the night, it's perfectly fine. We'll get two. That's the cultural relationship with the wolf. And they never say, I saw the wolf. ನಾನು ತೋಳ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ, ತೋಳ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಐ ಮೆಟ್ ದ wolf. ಏನು ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ತೋಳ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ. ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೆ, ತೋಳ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಹೌ ದಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್, ಆ ಭಾಷೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಬಹಳ ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ, ಅದು ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲೇ ದ ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಆ ಭಾಷೆನೂ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಭಾಷೆಯ ನುವಾನ್ಸಸ್ಸು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಹೊಮೊಜನೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ. ಅದೊಂದು ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೈ ಅನದರ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್.
Brilliant what you said, because if you look at language itself, language is the commons. No language is developed by any government or any state. You can't bind language within boundaries, and that is one of the key things about commons, that people contribute to it. Languages develop over time, and again, like I was thinking that if you think about your childhood, go back to your best memories. We are losing not just the landscapes, the biodiversity associated with those memories, but even the languages, the sounds. So it's amazing. I mean, how things um, are changing, and I hope, and there are many efforts. Again, like I always want to see some of the things which are going on. So I mean, what we saw Unbox Festival within Bherchal was trying to call people who are repositories of such languages how to preserve them. Bherchal movie itself is a repository of the sounds, the wisdom, the culture. Uh, uh, I think some of the most beautiful things about humanity.
ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಉಂಟು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕುರಿಗಾರನ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅವರು ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗೋಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿರೋ ಥರನೇ ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಥರನೋ ಒಂದು ಲೇಬರರ್ ಥರನೋ ಆ ಥರ. ಬಟ್ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಲಕಿಲಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ದಟ್ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಟು, ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದಾಗ ಇವರ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇ ಅನಿಸಿದ್ದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಕುರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗೋ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಜೀವ ಕೊಡೋ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು, ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೊತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋ ಥರ ಇರೋದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೇ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಕುರಿನೇ ಮೇಯ್ತೀನಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ತಗೊಂಡು. ಬಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದೇ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಮೇಯಿಸೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಹಗಲು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕಷ್ಟಪಡಬೇಕು, ಇರೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಮಳೆ ಚಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಸಹಿಸ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ಅದೊಂದೇ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದೆ ಹೊರತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕುರಿ ಕಾಯಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇವಾಗ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ when see the last movie, no, so they are the moderate, like they are not going Gomalas, they are becoming, no, the states and all, they are growing there.
ಹೌದು ಹಂಗೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು. ಬಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಇವು ನೀಲ್ಕಂಠ ಮಾಮ ಹೇಳೋದೊಂದು ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಒಂದು ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಇವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಶೆಪರ್ಡಿಂಗ್, ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆ ಥರನೇ. ಸೊ ನೀಲ್ಕಂಠ ಮಾಮದು ನಮ್ಮದು ನೈಸರ್ಗಿಕ ಪದ್ಧತಿಗಳು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಬೇಕು, ಗೋಮಾಳನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಬೇಕು, ಕಾಮನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು. ಇವಾಗಲೂ ಅವರು 26 ಥರದ ಹುಲ್ಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಇವಾಗಲೂ ನಾವು ಹುಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಳಿಸೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಇವಾಗಿರೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್, ಇವಾಗಿರೋ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನೇ ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾವಿರೋದು ತುಮಕೂರು ಕಡೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಇರೋದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇದೇ ಥರ ನಾವು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಅ ರೆಸಾರ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಗೋಮಾಳ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನೂ ಲೆಕ್ಕನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಸಮ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಹೋರಾಟ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೌ ಲಾಂಗ್ ನಾವೆಷ್ಟು ಅದು ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಸಡನ್ನಾಗಿ ವೈರಲ್ ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಳತೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು nobody cares about it, like, so we're still hoping that we can save that Guddas mountains around our place, but I don't know, like, we need a lot of supports, and these kind of forums I think will help us save those places. Thank you.
Um, is there anybody from the audience?
In my native place, it's already started encroaching with present political peoples, and I were going to stop that time. So I got to know they gone some other way and they filed the case and FIR and all. They sent me a 1 day jail in a Chikbalapur. Unfortunately, I come out and now I started that no, I don't want to go with a single hand. So I'll go with some of the bulk. I know the other way to hate of them. So me and as usual Vishnu and we are with the support of Rajkamal sir, we have created one trust in our village. It's in a panchayat, complete panchayat protection. I mean village common protection trust. So through that, once we created that, so we are there with the multiple villages in our trust, and upcoming days we may add more the 100 of peoples in the trust, and we together we can able to fight with them. And at least if we save at least one Gomala, that will be helpful for the local communities, and also it will for happiness. It will give the happiness for the trust, and as well as Rajkamal guidance which given. And the second thing is, ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನನಗೊಂದು ಮೇನ್ ಕಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಸರ್. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು 100 years ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಟು ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್? ಐ ಮೀನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈವನ್ 100 years, ಲೈಕ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದ 200 years. ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ, ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ಸ್, ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಗೋಮಾಳದಿಂದ ಅಥವಾ ಗುಟ್ಟಗಳಿಂದ ಹರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಂತ ನೀರು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದೇ ನೀರನ್ನೇ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಅದು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಗುಂಡಿ ತರ ತೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 200 years ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ತಗೊಂತಿದ್ರು, ಅದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಬಂದ ನೀರು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎತ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಅದು ಬರ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಾವಿ ತೋಡಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಬಾವಿ ತೋಡಿ ಬಾವಿ ನೀರು ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ವೆಲ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ಡಿಗ್ಗಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಲಾಸ್ ದಟ್? ಅದು so we can't able to select on top, right? So if we lost that as well, then I think we don't have an option. So before losing that, before becoming as that kind of situation, better we can able to save at least some gomalas, at least some nature. So that is what we have an intention, and also we are trying to educate the child generation, which is the government schools and all. That is also given Rajkamal sir and Sinayam is given, we have to because we can't able to motivate the bigger peoples because they won't listen at all, because they are running behind the money, they are running behind the self growth. At least we can able to change from the childhood, I mean small kids from the government schools and the private schools. If we go on continuous monthly once or twice like that, if we keep talking about the gomalas and this kind of situation, they may change their mind, and that will be helpful for our account to myself. Yeah.
So it's not a question. I would like to share my experience. So we are from Chhattisgarh. So we were in APU. Just got chance to see this movie. So we are can relate it what is happening in our villages where we are serving. So things are extension. And the commons people are capturing. Idioms are also losing. आपने सुना होगा एक कहावत की, ना रहेगी बांस ना बजेगी बांसुरी, लेकिन वो कहावत अपना आज अर्थ खो चुकी है, क्योंकि अब मेटल है, बांसुरी बजेगी, उससे बनेगी और बजेगी. तो विकल्प भी ढूंढा जा रहा है, लेकिन वो नेचर के विरुद्ध जा रहा है. सो वी नीड टू कंजर्व नेचर. समाधान भी बहुत अच्छा बता रहे हैं हमारे साथी. वी नीड सोलिडारिटी. जितना अधिक इस पे ऐसे लोग सोचेंगे, बात करेंगे, तभी इसे बचाया जा सकता है, और ये बहुत जरूरी है. थैंक यू.
I'll speak in Kannada, English both. I don't have any question, but I have words of appreciation and Really hats off for the filmmakers to go about chasing the subject to be told, the story to be told to people. ನನಗೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆಯಿಂದ ನೋಡಿರೋ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೊಂದು ವಿಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಟಚ್ ಆಯಿತು. ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಥರ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನನಗೇನೆ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ನೆನ್ನೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದೆ. ತುಂಬ ಮಹತ್ವವಾದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಮೇಕರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ. ಈ ಫಿಲ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ರಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರಲಿ, ಈ ಗೋಮಾಳ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಮಶ್ರೂಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಜೈನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಂತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆನೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕೆಲವು ಕ್ಷೀಣ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ.
ನಾನು ಹಾಸನದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹಾಸನ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ಅರ್ಕಲೋಡ್ ತಾಲೂಕು. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ ಕೊನೆಯದು ಕುರಿದು, ರಿಯಲಿ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಸಿ ಎಂ ಏನಾರ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಎನ್ ಜಿ ಒಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಫಲ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರಾಮ ಪಂಚಾಯತಿಗೂ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಭೂಮಿ ಒತ್ತುವರಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸಮಿತಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಕೋಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾರಿರೋದು ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹಗರಣ ಇತ್ತು. ಇದೇನಾರ ಸಿ ಎಂ, ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು, ಉಪರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಪತಿ ಜಗದೀಪ್ ಧನ್ಕರ್ ಈ ಫಿಲಾಮಿನ ನೀವು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವದಲ್ಲೇ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ. ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ, ನಾನು ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಲಸದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯಿತು. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
I'm Arjun. I'm an environmentalist. I have a quick question for the A3 representatives. How do the panchayats manage the gomalas, number one, and number two, how do they react to the encroachments?
Okay. So, me and Raju, before starting the trust, we wanted to do a research because we have to register the trust before we could establish. So, before registering, we want to understand if there were any trusts with the government. So, I hope you understand. Do you want me to speak in Kannada or English? Either way is fine, right? Okay. So, when we went to the panchayat, we have a revenue officer and we have a lot of people. So we asked them, do we have any trusts or any sort of groups where you take an initiative to protect the commons or anything. So to our surprise, they said yes, we have one. And who are the members from our village? And there was one name, and it was Raju's. And he never knew that he was a member. And it was never brought to his attention, and there was no action taken. We looked at the records, and there were records that he attended some sessions, and his signature was there, which wasn't his. So there are some trusts, but they were never, no action was taken, and people who are managing those trusts, they were never there. So government has not taken any initiatives to focus on commons. So when you talk about encroachment, me and Raju, we were visiting few mountains which were there in our village, and when we actually asked, there are big people behind it. To answer sir's question, so we have a black stone which is being extracted from the mountains, and the whole mountain disappeared, and the second mountain is also being disappeared. Those are being extracted to build statues and being exported to Mahabalipuram. And there they are being sold to these religious temples. So government, the big hands, including the member of parliament, is giving permission. We are not able to fight. And if we start fighting, we are getting threats from people and the big people, including the MLA of the taluk. So I don't see that there is even a 1% of initiative which is being taken, though the group exists, but there are no activities which are being conducted through the groups or trusts in the government organization.
There are provisions in the PESA Act, like the Panchayat Act, where you can register the Gomala in the Panchayat register, and it becomes like an asset of the village. But the tenure of the land lies with the revenue department. So at least in Karnataka, all the revenue department owns most of the Gomala land. So what happens, what Mahesh was referring to, and even Sir was telling about the same thing. So when government has to prioritize any activity, these are first lands that are being appropriated. In such cases, Panchayat has very little tooth left to do anything. Even if they understand the importance of Gomala for their own villages, it's just that I mean, under Land Acquisition Act, you can't do much. The second important thing is most of the Gomala land, particularly the arid region that again Mahesh was referring to, is classified as wastelands in India. So if you look at the wasteland atlas of India, most of these wastelands are actually nothing but commons which are in the semi-arid region. And therefore, one of the misfortunes of that colonial way of looking at land only based on productivity and only based on those kind of productivity which they can tax. So these are some of the misfortunes of some of the bad misplaced policies of our colonial past. Unfortunately, our state, our current institutions are not taking any corrective measures.
Mansi, if I might just ask questions just also. I just wanted to, there are two reflections that come to me as we watch this and listen to all of you. Is that one that, we always talked about common lands as common property resources. And that whole conversation of common property has just gone out of our vocabulary even. And I think it's very important to bring that vocabulary back as well. Because if these lands don't exist, there is what we are seeing, of course, and who's taking over these lands. But if these lands don't exist, the sheep will not walk. If the sheep don't exist, the lands are not going to have any meaning as well. And the people who are part of that whole community, this is all a community. So the shepherds will not walk because they won't have the lands. But if they don't walk, there's not going to be that. So I just wanted to bring that connection because when we are talking about both the films, there is this very interesting continuum that's happening. They could be the same film, and they are actually the same film in many ways. So there is this whole concept of walking lightly and living lightly that for me emerges from these two films. And I just wanted to bring that back. Also, just wanted to say that, there is these two films were curated under the theme of nature, people, and power when I was kind of putting them together. And today, when I'm hearing all of you, including all of you, when one's hearing you, one also needs to keep bringing back this whole reality of power, the state power, the capitalist power, on the one hand, which is destructing, taking away, but then this collective human power, this people power, which we are hearing in all the voices, which we are seeing in the in the presence, that you are a discussant with us, and we are each of us is learning and doing together. So when we are sitting here together, can we hold hands and make that people power stronger? Because then that is the central binding force, which will have in the positive kind of thought. I just wanted to share that. Maybe you can have Shalini. She's been doing a lot of work personally with the pastoralists. So, what's your just one kind of key thing that we should think about?
There's a lot actually, because I've been connected with the shepherds for like almost more than a decade, and I mean every day I talk to Nilkant Mama almost like if possible, like if I'm there, like if I'm on the reachable signal, I keep talking, and every time he says to me that everything that his generation had should be like told to the future generation and needs to be preserved. That that paddhati that he says, like that organic way of like walking, everything that is nature has given to us, it needs to be preserved and it needs to be taken into the future generation. And it's like important that people understand these things. Like it's really important. How much ever changes come, how much ever technology innovations come, he says like can like a lightning struck the mobile technology he talks about, no? So the lightning struck and the man died. So that's just superstitious, but still, like how much of a technology you bring into, like, can can you save this land from, can you do a chemical free farming, can you like chemical free like it affects everything, like the sheep, shepherds, meat, milk, whatever you are thinking, like can you like being technology people or being the innovative people, like can you keep this what nature has given to you, and like can you preserve this for like forever, and can you teach your future generation and your kids, like please save this earth. So that's what he keeps telling us, like, and I think like we want to like tell people again and again and archive his whole of his knowledge and memory. That's what we are trying to do with him. He's 84 years old now, but he still wants people to, like, he wants to meet people and tell these things again and again, and I think it's very important to say.
Thanks.
Like-
Actually, that sort of gets me to my next question for all of you. So, I guess Nilkant Mama embodies a certain philosophy of life and a certain imagination of what life, of what our relationship with our surroundings should be like, what are our ideals and the essence with which we live. But the world is changing, right? And we have to sort of manage our way through these changes. So, for each of you, I want to pose a question, which is the theme of this session was nature, people, power. And so, if through your backgrounds you could sort of respond to, for example, if Akka can talk about people, right, and how they what is it that we can do as people, or what does she feel about the power of people. You have worked a lot on the Hesargata grasslands and saving them and using legal means also, right? So that also is a power negotiation in some sense. So if you could respond through that lens, I'll just quickly sort of give you certain prompts, and you could also, of course, speak to the other prompts. But you, Abhisheka, have been using education to do certain things. So if you can talk about the importance of that or the perspective with which we need to take it ahead, the role of science, in this, you also have been working with people, and so you could speak to that, and the role of technology, because the two of you are also looking at technical interventions and engagements, and then how does that, because at some level it seems like both are very separate, and they're distinctly opposite to the philosophy of Nilkant Mama. So where do you see that play into this?
అంతా జనాల్లోనే ఉంటాం కదా, జనాల్లో ఉండి అంతా ఏం పని చేయాలా, ఏం చేయాలా అని ఇది చేస్తూ ఉంటాము. మేము కూలి చేస్తే కావాలా, లేకుంటే లేదు అని మేము కోరుకుంటున్నాము. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలా అని అడుగుతాండాము. మా బిడ్డలు కూడా ఇదే పని చేయాలంటే అది చేయించిన సార్ అంటని మేము కోరుకుంటాండాము. వాళ్ళు చేస్తారా సార్? చేయలేరు.
So, what she's trying to say is, we have given a lot of importance to what we do. She's the shepherd, and she enjoyed her life throughout, but she has a fear that it may not continue because the next generation of her, or the next generation, her children or grandchildren, have shown no importance to whatsoever she's doing, and whatever the village is doing. And people, she's fearing that people from the village may not be interested in the future protection or conservation of nature, or empowering others. So she is not able to give any hope because of the things that she has seen in the recent past. So to adding to this, so Raju was saying that we started empowering children in the school, in the local village. The thing is, we have to first start empowering elders too, because people in Bangalore or any other Tier 1 or Tier 2 cities, they are not actually from the city, right? At least 50% of them. They are moved from villages and small towns. And empowering starts from the cities also, not just villages. And each one of you are here. If you could, if you could explain the importance of what you have seen or what you learned, so or at least bring them. So you may not be able to do anything, or they may not be able to do anything. So the one thing what we can do is pass on the communication. So the knowledge passing, I mean, the thing that we can do, at least the least thing that we can do is pass on our memories, like she said. So if we can at least take 20% of the learnings from this session and we can cascade it to whoever you know, that's how we can at least pass the knowledge. So one day it'll be like, okay, we had that, we enjoyed that, and I wish I could have shown. So instead of that situation, if we can do something small, we can say that, okay, this is what we enjoyed, here it is, you can enjoy too. So I wish that could happen. So empowering should start from, not only from children, we can empower anyone. And that's how actually I'm here. I just started everything. I was a a techie employee in one of the multinational organizations here in Bangalore. And all of a sudden, from 3 to 4 months, I was empowered by the work that Raju and Rajkamal and A3 is doing. And that gave me a hope that I can do something for my children. And that pushed me to move towards the nature and people. Thank you.
So as we know, I mean, because I also come from an ecology background, so there's a lot of research that is being done to conserve nature, and we have possible solutions. But still, we see when we look at the world, there's still, we only see biodiversity declining and the effects of climate change and all that. That's also because somewhere a lot of conservation organizations don't really work with people. They think people have to be kept away from conservation. So people power is very, very important to preserve what we have. So with the education again, for me, I believe in collaborations. Like maybe ನನ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನನ್ಗೊಂದು ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ನಾನು ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ನ ನಾನು ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ, ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ಸ್, ಪೀಪಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ backgrounds to see how we can come together, because ultimately it's not about us, it's not about nam samsthe, nam organization, nam individual alla. How are we going to protect this earth and ourselves is the whole thing. ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಇದಂದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ನಮ್ದು ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅದು ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಒಂದೇ ರೂಲ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆನೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಕಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದಂಥ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ನು, ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಯಂ ಜೊತೆ ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೇಚರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅದು ಮಾಡದೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ನಮಗೂ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸಂಬಂಧನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ನಾವು ನೇಚರ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ನ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕಾಯಿತು. ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಲುಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೊಲಾಬ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ ವಿತ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಎಂಪವರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್.
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಆದ್ರೂ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಇಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಅನ್ ಅವರ್. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ population is concentrating on all our cities, and in our cities we live in concrete structures. We don't live on land. ನಾವು ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ 10ನೇ ಮಾಳಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯುನೋ. ಸೊ ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ವಿ ರಿಯಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಲಿವ್ ಆನ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಜೊತೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. ಯುನೋ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಭಾಳ ಅನೇಕ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಶಿವಲಿಂಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ರು ಹಿರಿಯ ಇವರು ಹಿರಿಕರು ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸಾಯಗಾರ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಎ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬಾಗ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣಮೃಗಕ್ಕೆ ಚಿಗರಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೂ ಚಿಗರಿಗೂ ಏನ್ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಲಿ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟುಪಿಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಹಿ ಲಾಫ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ. ಹಿ ಲಾಫ್ಸ್. ಒಂದೇ ಭೂಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದೀವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ನಂಟು ಇರೋದೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೌಂಡ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಹಿ ಸೆಡ್, both of us are the human being and the black bug, we are on the same earth. Then what are you asking? What a stupid question are you asking was his answer. No PhD, no scientist has ever explained the complex relationship between us and other life forms in such simple sentence ever. I have 10 other examples. But because he was sitting on the ground, we were all sitting on his land, because he's so closely intertwined with earth, with the soil. We are losing that. And so unless that comes back, unless our children are connected to the soil, and that's not going to, it's going to be theoretical knowledge. They'll never explain how to share the land with the viper, how to share the land with the cobra, or a jackal, or a wolf, or an insect. That has to happen. How to do it is another challenge.
I'm speaking for Ankit now. He has asked that this film can be shown anywhere. If anybody is interested, please contact Ankit or me or anybody, because he would like it to be shown everywhere, schools and other places.
Okay, answer to the question that you asked us. So what we had done initially when we first wanted to work with the shepherds, we built an app called Ba app, which tracks the grazing routes of the shepherds where they go, and it was mostly to help them how to. They usually go for scouting before, like, to decide where they have to go. So just to help them, like, to understand, like, the grazing lands, water bodies availability, how to map those things. It was in the year 2012 that we built this app, and we wanted to help shepherds to do this. So that's how we got connected to them. And like that time smartphones was very new, and they were not very comfortable. I mean, it was not reachable also. They didn't even know, like, smartphones exists at that era. So that's how we have been as a technology person, we wanted to help them. But like now lately we are doing a lot of archives with them so that their knowledge can be preserved. It's very important. Every shepherd has like different knowledge. Like every herders that we meet, like as from not just the sheep, but like their songs, their stories, there's amazing stuffs within them, and it's getting lost. And like nobody wants to like write about it, or like what, and their children only don't think it's an important thing. So that's what we have been doing as a people who as a media also, and also like as some of to help youngsters take up the shepherding, like how we can help them is also we are like seeing like how we can help.
Science has harmed commons. Science has, but the good thing about science is that it's not dogma, so you can challenge science. So most of the tree planting initiative that affected commons were product of misplaced science. But people have now understood that most of the some of the problems that associated, some of the problem which happens when you plant trees where trees shouldn't be there. So in a way, like most of the scientific work, quote unquote, scientific work that we are doing in the commons now, particularly in Bagepalli, is focused on action research. So we are trying to, for example, understand what are the trade-offs or what are the different impacts when you plant trees in arid landscapes, particularly trees in high densities which do not belong to such landscape. What happens to the biodiversity? What happens to water, for example? What happens to soil? The second thing is also, which is connected to the action research, is are there any threatened species, for example? Are there any endemic species? Because when you want to mobilize public opinion or when you want to move to courts, such information is extremely useful. Then some of the other things that we are also trying to do is to use science and then translate it into something that can help people protect their commons. So, for example, where are the current commons? Can we start mapping them? How do we map them? Because these are also very contested subjects, contested landscapes. So those are some of the things that we have done. We are also working along with 5 other organizations, including FES, where we are trying to look at the sociological and geographical mapping of commons. We are starting with a few sites, so hopefully that will also help us first understand where are the commons, what shape they are in, what kind of relationship do people share with these commons, and then how do we make sure that these commons exist as some form of commons in the future.
ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಆಗಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾಗಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಏಟ್ರಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಪಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೋಮಾಲ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೋಬೋದು, ಆ ನೀರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೋಬೋದು ಆಗಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಗೋಮಾಲನಂತೆಯೇ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಏಟ್ರಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನಿಂದ. ಅದು ರಾಜ್ಕಮಲ್ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಶಾಲಿನಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಂದರೆ, ಶೆಫರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ದಿದ್ದು ಒಂದೇ. ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಲೈಫ್ನ ಅವರು 2012ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗತ್ತಂದರೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕುರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಮೇಯ್ಸೋಕೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕುರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಕುರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಅವ್ರ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆ್ಯಪಿಂದ ಆ ಮೊಬೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಆ್ಯಪ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿದೆ, ಕುರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಥರ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಶಾಲಿನಿ ಅವರು ನಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ರು.
I think we are running out of time. These conversations, of course, are very important and, like you said, can go on. And it is important. So, from Bengaluru Sustainability Forum's end, we commit that we will continue to try and have these conversations, get all of us together time and again. Also think of ways in which how one is not just stuck in the bubbles that we tend to sometimes, how to widen the bubble. I think that's what we all want to work towards, because how do you reach more people, how do you include more people? That's something that we keep thinking about. If you have any suggestions, please do connect with us, and we are happy to sort of see how to take this work and all the great work that is being done on these issues to more and more people.